Maybe the orange chair is the go-to. But now, seriously. Welcome. Good day. How are you? Good evening. Good morning. Like all the things. So this is really like a random, I don't think it's random. I really don't think a lot of things in life are random, and we'll probably get to those things as the time passes by. But I went for my walk, and I don't know, something transpired this week. And before I actually said that, hey, I want to sit down and record this, I kept saying, where did this stem from? Outside of life, real life, work, and things like that, where did this stem from? And I kept saying that to myself, but then it was like, that doesn't matter. The message is the message. And sometimes the message catches me by surprise. Even if I live it, I see it, I breathe it. My whole thing is to be vulnerable. Just to be open and honest about real life, real things. I don't care to be staged. I don't care to say things that make people feel good. I want to motivate, encourage, and empower people to get to the best version of themselves. Ultimately, the person that God created you to be and the person you raised your hand to sign up to be. Because let's be honest, you did shake on that and you had a plan in all of this. But who knows? Maybe we'll get there another day. Maybe we never will. But take with that information you will. But I was walking today and my message was about stepping on others to get where you need to go. And I want to preference this message to say, I'm not more perfect than you are. I'm not saying that I haven't did anything that I'm saying. I don't have a heaven, a hell, or elsewhere to put you in. Your life is your life. Your decisions are your decisions. And the reason that we found each other and we're here is because we have a mutual understanding and respect for whatever that means in life. So, and I don't know if I'm going to be doing that often, to pause by that. But I think corporate America is what really has brought me here. And I know a lot of the people that I talk to and I frequent are in similar corporate America settings, and you feel this dog eat dog or this one above the next type mentality. And I don't get it. I really don't get it. And it might not be for me to get. My dad always says, when I say I don't get stuff, especially things that I really want to get, he always says to me, sweetie, that's beyond your understanding. And probably so. This is probably one of those things, but let's talk about it. So you know how you're in a setting. I'm not even going to say a corporate America setting, because it could be school. It can be a volunteerism thing. It can be any place in life. It could even be a sibling or in a relationship of a family dynamic. Oh, why did financial come out like that? Basically, because most of the time people are trying to do it, they're trying to reach some type of financial success. Ooh, I was not thinking that, but that makes a lot of sense. But I think a lot of times in terms, and we can take the stigmas off. Well, anytime you place yourself trying to be above somebody else, but in order to get above that person, quote unquote, because you're really not above or beneath if we want to go there. But when you place that above mentality or getting here or getting there, you already diminish most of your value, because you don't have to work that hard. But I see a lot of times that this dog eat dog, or this bucket and crab in a bucket mentality that people thrive on. It's like, what are you gaining? We don't have to put ourselves above or below someone in order to thrive in life, period. And when we realize that, we unlock a different level of being. You being a good person gets you indoors. You being a good person gets you noticed. You being a good person allows you to have a clear conscience when you go to sleep at night, knowing that I didn't have to do X, Y, Z in order to get A, B, and C. Because A, B, and C was already yours. It's no manipulation. It's no anything. And a lot of times it's said, let's play the game. And that might be true. Play the game if that's how you want to play your life. But it's not a game when you're trying to crap on somebody else to get where you want to go. And I want to make that land more gently, but for what? It's not that deep. Like, we're all trying to get to somewhere. We're all trying to strive to be better, and maybe not. And if it's not, then those persons aren't in your orbit. So let's stop dimming our conversations down and dimming who we are down to fit in the rooms where we've already been called out of. I was not meaning to go there. Well, let me go to my notes. Dang. Let's do this. Is this going to wash me out? I don't know. But there went the light. So the ring light on the camera died, and I don't feel like stopping to record and all of that. So this is vulnerability. Thank God the camera is on. We don't have to play dirty to win. Like, most people try to use success and to get to where, like, to get to this status. Like, success is this thing. And if I don't have success, then I'm not this thing. But also, if I don't jump on top of this person or do that thing, then I won't be successful. That's a myth that anybody that believes that has already raised their hand to say, hey, sign me up, I'm a candidate. And you already set yourself back 10,000 years or 20,000 years or whatever. It might even be 1 year, but you don't have to do that. This is not a performance. This is real life. And at the end of the day, our calculated thoughts, our calculated habits, day by day by day, creates the life that we ultimately live. And I don't feel that there is a reason for you to ever feel like you need to go and step on somebody else or pull somebody else down for you to get what's rightfully yours. It's no wait. It ain't no wait time. Your estimated time of arrival is ASAP. Because that's what you deserve. And while the crab in a bucket mentality could gain traction early on, and I see it, like I'm that person. I question sometimes, like, I could do this. I know these people. I could throw this person under the bus. I could say this didn't work. I could say this process is trash. I could say this, but what does that say about me? I'm not that person. Like, I care about people, regardless of what you do to get where you are or anything. Even if you're higher than me and you don't know your job, it's okay. We're learning and growing together. But what I'm not going to do is try to crap on somebody below me in order to get someplace that I've already arrived to, or a place that's already destined for me, or a place that is already mine. You don't have to force what's supposed to be flowing. Hmm. It's already coming. It's already yours. And sometimes I feel like our mindset pauses the manifestation of what we want in a way that we're not even understanding, because most of the time it's happening subconsciously. And once you continue to move and evolve in that way, you hinder yourself, and you probably already stall or pause wherever you were calling in, not because the blessing isn't yours and not because you don't deserve it, but because you're not ready for it. Because when you live and lead a life of scarcity, meaning I have to think I got to be better than this or this person or that thing, or I got to step on this person or that to get where I need to go, that's selfish. And it seems like a lot of ego. And once we lead with ego, we edge God out. If God doesn't have us proper space in where we're going in life to say, hey, I got you. Do you trust me? Do you trust me with where you're going? And this is more around maybe career and things like that. And it's like, yeah, you want to be strategic and you want to have goals and you want to have dreams. And I'm never telling anybody to mitigate those things. But you know, your body knows if you're doing things from a place of lack. And trying to step on somebody else to get to somewhere else is definitely lack and it's definitely ego. And I stand on that. I need to go back to my notes. I don't even know if I stayed on the notes itself, but when I keep reading through them, it seems like it comes up. But yeah, what I'm realizing is like what you need, what you want doesn't cause anybody else harm. And I know it's like most of the times, and I know for a fact in current corporate America where I sit, nobody thinks what they do to me is harm. Even though I know that there are crabs in a bucket, and if they can step on me, which oftentimes happen, they're getting where they need to go. And I applaud them for that, but they have to sit there with that a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 4 years from now. And I would rather be at peace, understanding I got what was rightfully mine anyway, because it's already going to happen. There's nothing that I could do to stop what's coming to me from coming. And I'm darn sure not going to allow people to make me trick myself out of my spot. So it doesn't work like that. It doesn't have to be. So if anybody feels like, and it's like, yeah, well, they're doing it, right? Like, I feel like even as kids, it was like, they doing it. They got away with it. Well, they mama let them do it. And it's like, your mama was like, well, that ain't happening in this house. That's where we at. We better than that. We rise to the occasion. We think about people in a different light, in a different way, because we want to be good people, not because of anything for us, but because what it is for the other person. What is that experience like when somebody experiences you and it says, hey, I just want to help you. I just want to hear you. I just want to love you. I just want to talk to you. I don't want anything from you. I just want to meet you where you are. If you allow me, good. If you don't, that's okay too. And sometimes it's like, I see this person, or I see this, or I see that, and it's like, dang, how did they get there? And especially, I would say this, especially when you see other people that are above is incompetent of doing what the thing it is that you know that you can do. Like, oh, bro, like the only reason I got this place is because blah, 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 blah. And I know that I can do this. And it's like, are you willing to risk your soul for it? No, let them have that, because what God has for you is better than you can ask, think, or imagine. You don't even know it, but the plan is already orchestrated so perfectly in your favor. But that requires some self-will. That requires some resilience. That requires some pausing. That requires some, is it really that deep? Is it really worth that? I go back to, what is it for a man to gain his whole gain the whole world and lose his soul. That might be too far out there, but that's real. Like, we can get on the top of the ladder. We can get to wherever we want to be. We can do all of these things, but once you do all of those things, then what? Then what? And then what? And then what? You know, it's still then what? And the then what's need to be more calculated into the I'm good. Rest in the fact that you know who you are and whose you are, because you don't have to perform, and you darn sure don't have to step on somebody else to get what's already rightfully yours. And I feel that so heavily. What's for you is for you. You don't have to do any manipulating. So whatever you're doing to manipulate any situation that you're in, stop. Whether it's relationships, whether it's your career, anything that you feel like you got to one up another person, pause and ask yourself, why do I feel that I need to do that? Why do I feel like this has to be my story? You're going to get wherever you need to get regardless before you even thought to do that. I personally feel like you just slowed yourself down. You slowed the momentum. You paused it. And then you wonder why it takes years and years and years for the fruits of your labor to appear. This is not supposed to be the message, but it is. We don't have to do that. And I think once we understand that, and we understand and love where we are on the journey of where we're going, because let's be honest, we're all on this journey to a better us in a different light every single day. It's not black and white. It's not, oh, I know this, or, oh, I don't know this. It's not like, oh, this is the next step. You might have a goal, you might have a plan, and I'm not saying that you don't, because I have a lot of them. Like this week, my plan, my dashboard is completely off. But it's when I flowed that I said, hey, it feels right to record. It feels right to say this message, because I paused and I thought about how can I get ahead, or how can I step on this? And I'm not saying, I don't have to keep saying that. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. You don't have to fight for what's already aligned with you. Be a good person, and that's the strategy. I think that's my message. Like, who you are is enough. How you show up in this world is enough. Because once you start showing up as authentically who you are and being vulnerable in every state, you start to question that on the back end, and then you move in the ways that you want to be better. And essentially those moves make you a better person, not only for you, but everybody around you. And I think that's more than anybody can ask, think, or imagine, like, from you. They don't know that you were going to do that. Most people is looking for all of us to operate how the world works. But you're not of the world, you're in the world. And when you understand you're not of the world, you don't have to do the things that society deems necessary to do. Ooh, that's good. And I don't want to trip over my words because I was speaking too fast. You don't want to do what society does to deem yourself necessary for what society has. You got the cheat code. Act like it. And that's real. Yeah. So this is flow, not force. And what's meant for you doesn't require you to step on anyone to get it. Just be the good person that you are. And remember that that's the strategy. You don't have to have a long out to-do list of how to do this or how to do that. Just be a good person. Show up as authentically yourself. I remember Joyce Meyer said one time, and I wrote it on a mirror, and I started telling my son, You get up every day, you trust God, and you do something good for others. And that has probably been like 7 years ago, I want to say. But you get up every day, you trust God, and you do something good for others. You don't owe anybody an explanation of how you move through life, but you do owe yourself an explanation of how you treat people. I love you. I'm grateful for you. I don't feel like this will resonate with a lot of people, but at the same time, I feel like it's a great, gentle reminder that we all need. And right now, where I stand in life and I see how everything is so quote unquote competitive, people would do anything to get where they need to go. Anything. I watch my son as an athlete, and I see how people want to cut corners and do things, and it's like, you can get there. It's a beautiful thing, and I love your journey, but at the end of the night, when the lights go off and the silence is still and your thoughts are alive, what does that feel like? How do you feel about how you showed up, not only for yourself, but people? And I think when we start looking more inward to see how our actions play in the real life of how we are manifesting our world, we'll start to think about those actions differently. Because you can get there, but you also have to live there. So be kind to yourself, and most importantly, be kind to others. I pray that you have a fantastic week, month, year. This is gearing up at this point. I do know that a second season is coming. I actually alluded to it on my social media today, even without thinking that I would record tonight, but I'm super grateful. Obviously, all of these things are a work in progress. I'll figure out lighting. Obviously, I'll learn to charge batteries and things like that, or not. Like, it's flow, not force. I'm really big on that currently in my life. I feel like some of my videos, I should have used the mic, but